Hello, I'm Doug McDonald, and I'm the founder of a new concept and building called the Pure House. What the Pure House is we introduce a high-performance envelope with pure and natural interiors. When you have a high-performance house, the first thing you do is you orient the house towards the sun. You utilize the western, southern, and eastern exposures when you're in a northern climate and want the heat gain from the sun. The second thing you do is you make sure that you have continuous insulation all the way from underneath the foundation straight up to the top of the roof. The final step in having a high-performance house is making sure that there are no air leaks. When you have air leaks, you end up having moisture traveling through the walls, which gives you mold. If you look at the structure right here, you'll see that every single joint around a window and every single piece of wood that touches another piece of wood, even the foundation touching the wood, is taped. This taping system happens on the inside of the structure and is completely continuous, going and traveling to the outside of the structure. What you see right here is a model of the same building structure that we use on the whole house. I call it an Oreo cookie because it has a strong part on the outside, great filling in the middle that is continuous, and then a strong part on the inside. Only with this type of configuration are you able to have continuous insulation. Theoretically, if you were to have insulation batting go in between, you would always have air pockets, and the air pockets are what causes problems in construction. This is the type of tape that we use to adhere one board to the other board. This tape has a 50-year warranty. We never use foams because foams are always shrinking over time, and they also have some byproducts to them that are not naturally healthy for the environment. Inside of the Pure House, because it's a high-performance building, we also are including a Tesla plug. It is right inside the garage. We are such an efficient house. We are running 80 to 90% less energy inside this house, which makes it much more luxurious. You do not have to overheat or overcool it. That leftover energy can actually be supplying the electricity for your amazing car. One of the things we do in the Pure House, making a high-performance shell, is we eliminate the need for a ridge vent. A ridge vent is where the two roofs come up and they almost touch each other in a normal building environment. For a high-performance envelope, we have continuous insulation and the roofs touch each other. There's no sense having an umbrella that has a big hole in the top. There's no sense having a roof that has a hole in the top. You also do not need to have the small soffit holes on the bottom of the roof. This means that no bats, insects, no mice or mold can get into your envelope. And what I'm going to show you now is inside the house, we do not allow any materials that are on the Google Red List. They are a list of materials that are known carcinogens, and they're not allowed inside the Pure House. Inside the Pure House, we only allow materials that are pure and natural. We start out inside this high-performance envelope by filtering all the air that comes into it. Since it's a continuous envelope, we know that there's only one place where the air comes in, and that's through our air exchanger. The air exchanger does an amazing job exchanging temperatures of the air that's coming in, let's say it's 10 degrees outside, and exchanges that temperature with the air that's already in the structure. So the air that comes into the space is preheated by the air that's leaving. And when that happens, it runs through a filter system. That allows you to have incredible air quality. The second thing that we make sure is filtered once it comes inside the house is the water. Once the water is inside the house, we only run the water inside of copper pipes. The copper pipes have been around for an awfully long time. We know what they're made of, a natural mineral that's actually inside of your vitamins. Our product will never include plastic pipes. Another really important part is we use cast iron on the verticals for our waste systems. This is a nice feature because when something happens in a bathroom, it can go through this heavy pipe and you'll never hear the sounds. People don't often realize it, but when you sheetrock something, the sheetrock comes together and it has like a frosting that makes it appear like one smooth wall. That frosting is actually called joint compound. People don't realize it, but that joint compound has chemicals in it, one of which is formaldehyde. We question why anyone would want to have a known carcinogen inside the building. So we use a different product that is actually hypoallergenic, and it does not include the chemicals. When we start talking about the airflow, our airflow is managed through the air exchanger. Inside of your HVAC system, you normally have insulation that goes inside. That insulation is often created with fiberglass, and the fiberglass also has formaldehyde inside of it. Our system is metal, and we would never, ever, ever put something inside of it that would be detrimental to your health. In fact, the insulation that is in our walls is made from a common material that most likely you're wearing right now. I'm wearing it. It's blue jeans. The material is ground up blue jeans, and we put it right in the walls. When we started to create the Pure House, companies have come forward and said that they would like us to use their product. Growy is one of the manufacturers that we've become involved with. They have a new product line called Growy Zero. And inside Growy Zero's product line, they do not allow to have lead added into the manufacturing. So what's nice about it is we go from copper pipes straight into faucets, and the faucets are all lead-free. That's important. I'm really excited to be in front of this movement called the Pure House movement, where we build a high-performance envelope with pure and natural interiors. It's very, very important to do for our children and for the next generations to come. We can build these houses in many, many different locations around this area. When you don't have to overheat and overcool something, you are more comfortable. It's also important in the future value of your house as an asset. As the building codes change and adapt, they are moving towards the houses like the Pure House. The codes that it will exist 10 years from now when your mortgage is up will be similar to the styles and the manufacturing ways in which we build this structure.